I'ma get. How about that?
Hey now, hey, it's that time again. Join us as we celebrate our second year anniversary.
Oh, there they
We'll be
go.
bringing you
Right there.
music, entertainment, and culture.
buddy?
It'll be here
How you
at the
feeling, man? You all right?
CLTV
What's
Studios,
up, buddy? Huh?
You got your
6254
drink?
Girl, I
Memorial
forgot
Drive,
everything.
Stone Mountain,
Go ahead.
Georgia,
Yeah.
30083. Saturday, September 14th, 6 p.m.
There
to
they go,
12
y'all. Y'all hear?
a.m. Save the date.
Who is that? Alderine. Who is that talking? Alderine. And that a keeper line.
Stacy.
Stacy. Oh. Hey. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Do. Ooh, hey y'all. We're getting ready to start. I saw somebody at the door. Oh, all right. You can turn it down, I guess. They'll get in here. Everybody will get in here when they get in here. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. It is Thursday night. Welcome to Candid Co-Ed Conversations with just Pr1ma, me, and all the friends that come in. Um, Today is August 29th. Something is going on with the connection. I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's storming outside.
Yeah, it's storming.
Yeah.
It's still storming.
About to.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, we're gonna get it in how we get it in. Um, I'll start since I'm here first. I'll go. I'll be kind. Let him dry off. All right. Candid Co-Ed Conversations with just me, Pr1ma, is every Thursday night. Yeah. Every Thursday night from 8:30ish to 10. No, yeah, 8:30ish to 10ish. I was going to say something else. But anyway.
You stop.
And I said ish. And if you would like to call in with questions, comments, or feedback, you can call 678-661-1819. If you would like to be a sponsor or you would like to be a guest, give donations, 770-322-4022. Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, JUSTPR1MA, on YouTube, JUSTPR1MA. If you would like to listen to us, go to Caribbean Life Radio on the Live 365 app, and you should hear us. Also, you can go on Facebook and look for Caribbean Life TV, and you'll see all the cameras in here. A little bit, okay, just your chair, they said, okay. You can see all the cameras in here and all our angles. All our angles, you know, that song. Love your angles. So you'll get to see all of our angles if you go on Facebook, Caribbean Life, Life, Life TV. Okay, so, yay. We have snacks. So snacks don't help us. We always have snacks. We have good snacks. I have new snacks. I brought some different snacks for them tonight. So anyway, we have snacks. I do want to say we have
Muy bien.
yes.
Muy feo.
We have some people that we don't have here with us tonight. So I want to start with, we don't have Carolyn, Shaka, Renee, whoever she is this week, and Brian. So we do miss y'all this week. They're in Tennessee, traveling right now. Joey is on the way. We don't have Jordan. He's under the weather. Those are the regulars. And anyone else that has normally been on the show that is not here tonight, we miss you. I do want to give a special shout out to my girl Yanni. She's in my prayers. Her and her family, they experienced a major loss this past week. So my heartfelt, I want to say everyone here, our heartfelt condolences on your human loss. It's like here on earth. You're in our prayers, and I'll let you share your business when you decide to. I also have another person that is close to my heart that lost a parent, a mother, taking care of her at home like I did with my mom. So today is a week ago for that, and my heart goes out to that loved one as well. My week has been quite busy. Besides the fact of me feeling a lot of grief for those people that are close to me, I did have a celebration. I was able to be a party planner for my little cousin that turned 5 years old, and that was eventful. She had a unicorn party, and although it started out as a challenge, it turned out to be a great thing. So I'm glad that I was able to participate in that. I felt a little under the weather the earlier part of the week, but I think because we was outside and I was around a whole lot of kids, and some of them was snotty nose and all of that, I think I got some of their germs. And I was my back was hurting a little bit from all the moving around, pulling and tugging. So that was that. And let me see what else happened this week. Still dealing with some challenges with my dad, but we're still here. We don't need no more hearing claps. So, with that being the case, I'm going to let Yvonne go tonight.
Okay, well.
Who are you going to be? Yvonne? Dominic?
She said I was Yvonne tonight. I'm definitely probably Yvonne tonight. Let's see. This week, I would say the proper word for me for this week probably acceptance. I accept everything. I accept stuff for what it is. Let go what was and ready to move on from what it's about to be.
Acceptance, good word.
But how I'm feeling
Right now?
I'm ready.
All right, ready. Ready, Freddie. We're going to need you to find another button over there. Because you're getting on my nerves over there. Go.
The audience was applauding him.
You done did about 15 times while I was talking. Because I'm monotone. I was giving y'all time to warm up.
You can't just be.
Well, look, I'm present. How are you this week, Roscoe? How was your week? How are you feeling right now?
I'm here. Same. Neutral.
Just one of those weeks.
My week has been long. Got a project I need to finish up by Sunday. Hopefully it don't roll into Monday. And that's about it.
Just one of them days.
Put the words out of my mouth. Just one of them things. Got to do what it do.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of projects, I have just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chapters to read by Sunday. And 2 projects by Sunday. And my students got a football game tomorrow. I'm supposed to go to a funeral on Saturday. I don't think I'm tired of negativity. I'm not negativity, just sad and stuff. So, yeah, Roscoe.
Well, I hope to not have to do a whole lot. I do have something special to do this weekend, but I'm not gonna say it online.
Okay.
We love you, girl. Yanni said, rough week, but I'm here. Love y'all. See y'all later. We love you, Yanni.
We love you too, Yanni.
Yeah, we love you. Yeah, but I hope to have a restful sort of weekend. I only have one major thing to do this weekend. Like I said, I'm not going to say what it is. I'll say it another day.
Okay.
But, yeah, I hope to get caught up on some reading.
You want to read mine?
Look, I
take
promise you
6, I
mine.
take
So,
6.
right. Some of mine is homework too. Come on in. Come on in. We have a special guest in the house we haven't seen in a while, but we're so glad to have them to join us.
My God, my God.
Are you staying in the cut? Okay, in the cut. Here.
Come over there, like
She don't want to.
you
gonna come?
Bounce out.
She gonna come
Girl,
over
you
here?
look cute. You look cute. Got that hair did. You don't want to come on here with us?
Yeah, go ahead. Help us.
You don't want her to come over here with us?
It's on her. You know, I ain't tripping. If you want to talk.
I think we talking safe. If you don't want to, you can just be mute. You can plead the fifth.
I didn't really want to talk.
She don't want to talk tonight, so let us sit right
You
there.
look cute.
Thank
I
you.
ain't mad at her. She can talk if she want to, you know.
Yeah, if you want. But I did put you a plate over here if you want snacks, so you can.
I can tell her she can talk.
Okay.
Hold up.
Yanni said, "Hey, y'all."
Yanni!
Can't be double sided.
You know, I send my love to you, Gotta Survivor. You already know. Now don't worry about
Wait.
the camera. It's right here.
It's gone. It's right here. Okay, say it again, Joey.
I said, Gotta Survivor. You know I'm with you. You know, my prayers out. I know you see my big checks. I ain't know which one you got, but you know I'm with you. My prayers go out to your family.
All
Tell.
right. Hey, Sacred, we see you over here. Y'all can see. Look, I got to do all of this because anyway, we making it do what it do. Our cameras weren't working earlier, y'all.
It's working.
Our cameras weren't working earlier.
You understand? I got one trunk of the car.
Oh yeah, if you want. No, you ain't got to get up. We ain't got to get up. We just gonna keep doing this. How about that?
How
Okay.
about that?
All right. Your name? How you feeling tonight?
Oh, yeah,
How your
yeah,
week
yeah.
has gone thus far?
What's going on?
Hey, girl. Hey.
Joey,
Yeah.
one word to describe my week, let's say busy. Let's say busy. How I'm feeling right now, I'm feeling relaxed. It's the end of the week, you know, I can't complain, I'm feeling relaxed.
Okay. Relaxed. Okay. So, what I want to start with. Let's go with did you get to watch Leave the World Behind? No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't forget, I just,
He was
a
busy.
busy week, you know what I'm saying? A busy week.
He was busy, so we're
But I
gonna
watched the other
wait.
videos that you sent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. Let's go with last week we kind of talked I said we was gonna go back to it, and I do first want to talk about the deputies that lost their lives, law enforcement. So with law enforcement here in Metro Atlanta, we had 2 deputies that were serving warrants to people that had warrants, and both of them were shot and killed serving warrants, and they left small children and women behind. And my prayers go out to them as well. But it's unfortunate that law enforcement, people that are doing their jobs, can't even, and I want to say it was 3 of them, but 2 of them come to mind because they keep showing their pictures on the news all week in their funerals the past week. So did either of you see that, and what are your opinions on the officers doing their jobs, doing their jobs, going out serving warrants and losing their lives in the midst of that?
I think that's the one that the officer was in the hospital for a couple of days.
Yeah, that's the second one.
I saw one. It's unfortunate, and it's what really causes the friction between good cops and bad cops, because you do got cops that are just doing their job trying to get a paycheck and get caught up in the dangerous lifestyle. Oh, let's pause. What snacks do you need? What's going on? Hey, listen, I ain't mad. What snacks do you need? Let's get you out the way. Because, we got to take care of the princess first. Let's get your snacks out the way.
Get a wimpy kid.
But no, what
We
I'm
got
saying
pretzels, nuts, candies.
You good. All right.
Coming back.
Oh, give me that candy bag. Give me that candy basket right there. This
Number
no,
one.
this one.
You want gummy
You
water?
got
Sour
your
Patch
your
Kids.
strawberries.
Oh, it's a few strawberries. Keep talking.
Anyway, so what I was saying is the issue is that when you have good cops and bad cops, it's hard to differentiate between the two. So when you got cops just doing their job and they get killed by, I guess you can say, bad citizens, and then it makes it hard for the cops that are actually bad and are able to disguise their actions. It's unfortunate that the officers lost their life, but this is what you sign up for. I truly believe that to be a police officer, you should get paid more, but you also should go through more testing and more requirements to be able to control people's lives. Because in essence, you got people's lives in your hands. So I think that, to be a police officer, that's the risk you got to take. Just like when you sign up to go to the Army, that's the risk you got to take. Like, it's commendable. Of course, you're not planning to meet your demise in this career, but you have to understand this career choice comes with this risk. So, prayers out to their family and everything like that. But like I said, it's the territory. As unfortunate as it is.
So we'll probably have less law enforcement
That's why we have,
as we keep going.
Hey, definitely.
when things like this happen, that's why we have bad response time.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not going.
They want to get killed. They don't get shot in the face. They don't want to do none of that.
Neither do families.
The
Want
lady
them to.
said she called 911. She left and went and called the police. When she came back, the officer that answered the call was laying on the ground, shot in the face.
Over a warrant.
I want it.
No, it was domestic. He had beat up. One of them was domestic.
Yeah, one
And
of
the
them.
other
Well, that's
one-
the third. Because that's what I said. I remember it was 3 the past week, but 2 people got shot. 2 officers got shot serving warrants.
Yeah.
2 got shot serving warrants, and one of them was a domestic violence.
The one that the lady left, and she called 911, so she left. And on the way back, she saw the officer laying on the ground.
It's not about.
It
really,
ain't
it's
whether
not
you're a
about
good
him.
officer or
It's about
not.
the
Is
environment.
it worth it?
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's several. I think it's different types of officers.
Hey y'all, our internet keep going out, so just hang in there with us, please.
'Cause I have a cousin
I keep
just
seeing these
retired.
pauses on all of them.
And he grew up in the housing project. He the most laid back guy. If you meet him, you wouldn't think he was a police officer. He don't
Yeah, but
talk.
times are different.
He don't talk police. Most police officers.
Yeah,
You ask them a question, they don't have no sense of humor. They dry. Everybody's a suspect.
Yeah.
Nah, he's not like that. So some people, I think some police officers, they over police.
Yeah, but some people have some men have the tendencies to adopt traits of other men. Like so, like she was saying, like if her son wanted to become a police officer, like the guy you just gave an example is, he might just be a strong stand-up guy that's able to stick to what he believes in.
Well, he said he followed his commander too, so he did some things that the person above him did as well.
But what I'm saying is for him to still be able to be cool and not have that affect his overall being, you know what I'm saying? Because number one, you know how the blue is. They're protecting the blue. They're protecting each other. So if some bullshit is going
All of
on,
them.
if some bullshit is going on behind, they got to hold that to their conscience. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a certain type of man to be able to withhold all of that bullshit and still hold your morals. Because I'm not saying it's definitely not easy. Because you got to defend, what's right, and then you got to defend what everybody thinks is right. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hard situation. But all I'm saying is that in order to be a police officer, I feel like you have to go through some serious requirements, just like in order to be a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm trusting you with my life, I trust the doctor with my life the same way. And I'm going to a doctor because I know he's been trained for so many years. Now, a police officer, you can just pick up a random person out the street, a couple months, and you're a police officer. And I don't think that's right, because, that's the easiest way to have somebody with a vendetta carry it out.
I think it's unfortunate on the flip side, like I said, that the officers, they're going to do their job and going to serve and protect, you know what I'm saying? And going to do your job, you lose your life because they weren't doing anything wrong in serving or going, showing up to work. So they may not have even been bad cops. They were going to do their job. You know what I'm saying? So we do have the bad cops, but also the ones that are really just trying to do their job and don't make it home to their families.
What I meant was, like, that action of an innocent cop, let's just say innocent, because we don't know what it was actually, that an innocent cop being slain makes it easier for bad cops to hide their actions. So bad cops can now, just for instance, the one that had the water thrown on him, was about to have the water thrown on him, and he killed. So for that, for example, now looking at that, after these cops got killed, after serving a warrant, you will look at that situation and be like, damn, well, maybe, you know, they were right to be cautious as they were. Maybe not to kill and go overboard like they did, but to have that sense of, I guess, fear that, you know, I could be killed in this situation. Makes it easier for a cop like that, which was wrong, 100% wrong, but it makes it easier for people to be like, damn, well, cops have the justification to be scared and take the appropriate actions to, you know, to defend themselves. Because you don't want to be another situation like these 3 officers where they're dead, they can't go back to their families, you know, whereas otherwise these are criminals. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like these criminals are getting to live and the cops get to die, and, you know, it's messed up. That's why I'm saying it's hard, because situations like these make it harder to differentiate who's a bad cop, who's a good cop, who's the innocent cop, or who, you know, who's here to help you, or who's here on some I had a bad day type shit. So I don't know, it's hard.
What about did y'all see the dad who we talked about it I think earlier in the year, where the stepmom beat the 8-year-old little girl in the head with the rolling pin?
I seen it on the news.
So the dad had a
driver.
hung jury for the second time today.
Really?
So he has to go back to trial the third time next Friday.
So what is he being charged with again? He's being charged with
child
neglect?
cruelty. First they was trying to say murder, and then they
But he
said
didn't actually beat the child.
no, but they said he knew the wife
So how
was
the hell
abusive.
is he being charged for something that
It is a bad connection. It's the internet. It's storming over here, so just hang in there if you can.
Yeah. But
Sorry.
I'm saying, no, if he's a truck driver, he's out of town, how is he being charged for the death
Because
of the
they said he knew that she had been abusive before.
But what does knowing about prior abuse have to do with the current act of murder?
Right.
Because they trying
He was
to
a
say
person
he
of
could've
color.
prevented
He
it.
could have prevented the daughter from getting killed. 8-year-old.
No wonder there's a hung jury. How the hell you gonna?
It's a hung
prove
jury
that?
twice.
Yeah, how you gonna prove that beyond a
Twice.
reasonable doubt?
And now he getting ready to
How
go
you
on
gonna
trial the
prove
third
that beyond a
time.
reasonable doubt? Just because, even if he did know that his wife was abusive, you know what I'm saying? How are you going to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this man is guilty of murder?
And then the
he
detective
wasn't there.
said, when she spoke with him, I guess over the phone, she was surprised, and she was a young white woman. She said she was surprised that he was like, well, can I speak to my wife? Because they said the wife said she was going to kill herself, that she was suicidal. So he was trying to talk to the wife
To talk her out of it.
after she done killed
situation,
something.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the white detective was like, well, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, he didn't seem really concerned. Like, that was strange to me that after we told him that his 8-year-old daughter was murdered, that he would ask about, can he speak to the wife that was suicidal?
Why would that be strange? Maybe,
I mean, I think to different people it's strange,
Maybe it
but to
probably is.
other people it's not
You
strange.
can't talk to the 8-year-old daughter, so
exactly.
who else next
What
can
the
you
hell?
talk
And then
to?
you talking about my wife is suicidal.
Right.
You know, he said he stayed on the Pr1ma, he didn't call 911. They said once your wife called him and told you she did something, why didn't you hang up and call 911? He said his wife started saying she's gonna kill herself.
Mm-hmm.
So he was trying to talk to her.
He was trying to
He
keep
was
her,
trying to get there.
Off the
So
leg.
so she did it on an accident, like she was spanking the child, or she was just going.
Well, I don't know what kind of spanking you doing with a rolling
A
pin.
rolling pin.
A rolling pin.
You slick hand, though.
That was a whole lot of
You
spanking.
might try to dodge
Someone
a
might
hit.
need- Someone might need a little rolling pin.
You know
action.
that shit, I'm telling you.
But do it like a drum snap. Don't follow through. Don't follow through just. No, cause think about it. My
So she
grandma-
didn't do it intentionally. She was.
We don't know what she did. She killed the little girl,
Yeah,
but the thing-
8-year-old with a rolling pin.
The thing about it
that's
is,
terrible.
Change the
Bad.
subject.
It's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. Cause she in charge. She going to trial next.
I'm saying change it because now it's becoming humorous. If you talk about a
She's going to
Drum
not
roll,
hitting
like-
her, not hitting the little girl, but I'm saying some of these kids need a little.
She's going to trial next month.
well, let's
Wrong.
clarify so they don't think we on here laughing about the little
No,
baby.
no, that's terrible. What I'm saying is she's going to trial next month for the same situation, right?
Yeah, she going to trial
For
for murder.
And he's on trial right now for
They said they couldn't do murder. They were trying to do child cruelty or
some
something.
shit like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Like you said, 2 for 1. Y'all want to tell two. I understand they are parents.
And I'm like, what
they
about
are
the other
responsible,
kids? Because they got other kids.
Oh, really?
They have kids together. That was his daughter, but
Oh,
they have
really?
kids together.
Damn, that was his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the outside.
The bonus children. Bonus children get sometimes don't be treated right.
That's crazy. The bonus child died in this situation.
And they other kids live.
That's
I get a
That's
refill.
Prayers out to that family.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Terrible.
Prayers out to that family.
I just don't like how,
What is he trying to get?
the lawyers, the white lawyers, look like they trying to destroy a family, you know what I'm saying? In the courthouse. That's how it looked like. On the news clips, it looked like the white lawyers are asking all these questions, and the guy sitting on the stand just like,
Are they black?
yeah, they're black.
The
couple's
child
black.
is the couple's black, the child's black, and they're in Gwinnett County.
So we know
And the people are white.
yeah, the lawyers are all white.
The lawyers, the judge, everybody white.
They would be
I think he might have a black lawyer though.
They would have to prove that he knew the wife was gonna kill.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's not charged with murder, but he's
Yeah,
charged
now
with
he's charged with child cruelty
They can charge
because
you with
he
child
knew
cruelty, you
that
know.
his wife was abusive.
But they're gonna have to prove that he.
Oh,
knew.
because this is what they said too. They said that in the past, she had punished the child, and maybe there were bruises on her in the past, so he didn't send her to school. He was aware and went and got her. She didn't go to school, and she was homeschooled at different times
Yeah, they took out of school
because of the spankings
But how
or
does that still
punishments.
So
mean that?
here's a question.
I know he's so
Where
sick.
was the
Yeah.
original mother?
Where's the
That
child's
is-
mother?
Yeah, that's
is-
true. No, that's not the mother.
Hold on, that's not the mother.
No, that's the stepmom.
That's-
That's only his
So
daughter.
where is the mother?
Oh,
Where
nobody
was the
knows.
mother?
That's
Maybe
a
she
good
ain't
question.
living. Maybe
That's a
she
good question.
somewhere
Yeah,
else.
That's possible.
That's a good question.
Cause I ain't heard them say nothing about the biological mom. Period.
Exactly, especially if it's a situation.
Because I was
where
asking the
there's
same
abuse,
thing.
The biological mom definitely gonna step in if there's a situation of history of abuse.
If they able,
Oh yeah, you're right.
you know what I'm saying. We never know.
Listen. you
So
can be
prayers out to
married-
them.
You can be married or just in a relationship. It's one thing to try and fight me, but you put your hands on somebody that's innocent.
Yeah, that's messed up. On
That hit different for me. I'm
Something
gonna have
else
to
bad.
walk away. That'd be one time I definitely have to walk away completely, 100%.
I got some more bad news.
What?
Gwinnett County.
We just had this conversation.
This Gwinnett County one. A dad. Y'all may remember this. This Hispanic girl. She was 17. She was like 7 months pregnant. She left to go somewhere. And they show her on the Ring camera leaving, but she was supposed to be going to meet her boyfriend. Her boyfriend, she never came back. And her dad found her down the street in the cut somewhere dead. So the judge, the boyfriend was locked up for murder. The dad lost his daughter and lost the baby. She was supposed to have a son. So I think it was yesterday or the day before, the judge granted him a bond on murder and something else. So it was only $56,000. So that Hispanic young man only had to pay what, $6,000 basically to get out. So the girl's dad is protesting and upset and saying, I lost my daughter. He gets out for $5,000 something. You might as well say
Just the
$6,000. The boyfriend gets out.
Yeah.
And his daughter's dead, and so
Say
is the
no, does the
grandbaby.
boyfriend
So
have
is it
priors?
proven that the boyfriend did it? Just because I'm going to
Well, he's charged.
Yeah.
So, but okay, how many of us? I'm just asking. We don't have to, But how many of us gonna get charged with murder and get a bond? That is the problem. That's what they're saying. Most people, average people, ain't getting no
I ain't
bond.
gonna lie, Fulton County, I ain't gonna lie. When I was with Rice Street, you heard a lot of, it's crazy in Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie to you, in Atlanta, in the heart of Atlanta, you'd be surprised. I don't know about
Look how much money you got.
but in Atlanta, the heart of Atlanta, I heard regular people getting, I heard women get an OIR, a signature bond on his own. I guess it depends on your priors and who you know and how much money you got.
And maybe the evidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the lack thereof.
Exactly. But in Atlanta, I know for a fact they got a lot of cases. So I don't know about Gwinnett though. So
Well, I just know the dad. He was on the news and he's upset because
he would have had no case in Atlanta. If he was trying to argue that in Atlanta, he would have had no case. Because I'm telling you, people are getting out on worse things.
Depending on who your mouthpiece is.
Yeah, Atlanta's
You
crazy.
got the right lawyer, the right bonding company. You can get out in the
Right money.
It's
Right,
crazy.
the right
It's
money.
crazy. But
That was sad.
I'll be mad too though.
That was sad. I feel like that was sad. So it's a lot going on in the news and around here, around Metro Atlanta.
Definitely.
That seem like injustices. Okay, so Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
Kamala is gaining ground, of course. She's definitely raised more money than Donald Trump. She's raised a whole lot more money. So there were some people, like I said, she has gained a lot of ground. So she, in most of the polls, she's a 1.5 to 2 points above Trump in the polls. And there were some people that said that they didn't feel like, or they weren't aware of things that Kamala has done or is doing. I'm tripping on all these commercials. Y'all see how these commercials, these ads come out every day and it's something different. Like, that's why I don't really like election time, like with all the mud slanging. Yeah, like mud slanging seems like. But I did want to share a few things. And I sent this to y'all that and if y'all knew any of these or you know anything else that you want to share about Kamala, then please share. She was appointed to the office, appointed to oversee the Office of Gun Violence. Gun violence, and she was the one that voted to increase the age to purchase guns. She also advocated for mental health counseling and grief counseling at schools where gun violence has occurred. I thought that was interesting. Did not know that. And gun violence prevention. She's an advocate for gun violence prevention. What was you going to say?
I said it should be anything. It could be gun violence, molestation. Kids go through some stuff that nobody don't know about.
The next one, they said that she, as vice president, she came up with, or backed the Build Back Better Act, which is, and she did something also, the Black Maternal Health Care Act as a senator for minorities and disenfranchised mothers for maternal and postnatal health care, for better access to health care, and also to make it where doulas can get paid by insurance companies and be hired in the hospitals to make sure that moms get better health care than they were in the past, to decrease the mortality rate at birth for minorities. So I thought that was a good thing for us women. She co-sponsored the Juneteenth, and was an advocate for Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday. So she had a big role in that. She advocated for the John Lewis Voters' Right Act that was shut down. Of course, it wasn't passed. It was shut down by the Republicans, but she was advocating for that, and also for reproductive rights. And she's still on like the reproductive rights freedom tour, so that women have a right to say what they want to do with their bodies, promoting women having the ability to get contraceptives, and also have access to birth control as well as other resources when it comes to women's health. So I thought those were great.
Question. No disrespect to anybody, so please forgive me in advance. Question is, what's the difference between women having rights, because they don't have rights right now, right, to decide if they can have the baby or can't have the baby?
You said the women what?
They don't have rights to say if they're going to have the baby or don't have the baby?
After the baby has a heartbeat, 6 weeks.
So they no longer, they
After
have to
6
have
weeks.
They have to have that baby.
After 6 weeks.
So that's a right that women don't have, right? That they cannot
terminate after 6 weeks.
But trans men and trans women can get transition. So I'm not.
And they know what they want for their bodies.
Yeah, they know what they want for their bodies. You know.
And insurances are paying for it. Look, insurances are paying for it.
So why women cannot have a right to determine if they want to have that baby or not?
That was good with that, Dominic.
I mean, no disrespect to nobody, so please forgive me in advance.
It's not. It don't sound disrespectful to me. I think-
just curious because at the end of the day, that is her body, that is their body.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, you should be able to do what you want to do with your body. It's yours.
Okay, so then go back to the question I had on the show before.
Which question, girl? You have a lot of
I always have
questions.
questions.
You have a lot of
So-
questions.
This one was controversial several times, but if a mom has, and I'm pro-abortion, right? But I am saying this. If moms want the right to say, I'm not ready to be a mom, should dads get the right to say, I'm not ready to be a dad?
I'd say, yeah, it's her body.
It's
But
her body,
It's
but
her
if
body,
he
but
said,
if he says, okay, so I get what you're saying. So it's kind of like a catch-22, really.
right,
Because she's saying, well, I don't want the baby, so I'm going to abort it. But the daddy might want the baby.
right.
But then it's her body. So she's still going, if she don't want to do it, she's not going to do it. She's going to do it. She's
You know
gonna
why
do it.
that
So
way?
then he,
The dude
okay.
don't-
But
the dude
then-
don't have a say so.
Yeah,
Okay.
But I'm saying, should it be
The
that
dude
way?
don't have a say so at all, period, regardless, either way. But
It should be that
I think
way?
it should be that way because
It
the
should be
women,
that way, like
the women
you
are the
said.
one at the end of the day are the one giving birth. Like we don't have to go through that. We don't gotta go
And then
through all
another thing,
that.
you can't definitely prove that that's the dad.
Yes, you
Hello.
can. Yes, you can.
I mean, with
Listen,
the
You can do DNA.
With
Yeah.
technology now,
Technology now, you
with
can do
with
DNA.
tech- With technology now, actually,
You
it's
can.
expensive, but
But look,
I
hold
had,
on.
I had a friend of mine that did the little DNA
Yeah.
while the baby was
Early,
inside.
yeah, yeah.
You know, you can, we know, all know that you can do DNA
Yeah.
tests.
That's what I'm saying.
But hold on. Now, I can look at that woman and say she's pregnant. I can't look at you and say you the dad of that baby.
You damn sure can.
So the woman is the one got to carry the baby.
Yeah, exactly.
So even though you still here saying I'm the dad of that baby.
So if the girl, okay, so what y'all are saying that if a girl should be able to make, a female should be able to make all the choices.
What I'm saying is
No.
that no, I'm definitely not saying that.
I mean, that's what you're saying. If she has a right.
She should be able to make all the choices
It's a
regarding her
catch-22.
body.
Yeah.
I can't tell her now if a
She
man.
only gonna have the baby if she ready to be a mama.
Yeah,
But
okay.
y'all, and okay, the woman says they want the right to get abortions, right?
Okay,
When
okay.
I want to.
Okay.
But when I say I'm not ready to be a mom, it's too expensive. I can't afford it. Got my life to live. So I get rid of the baby, right? Dad, on the flip side, a dad can say the same thing. However, he's still, if she decides to have it, then regardless of all that he isn't ready for, ready or not, here it goes.
Vice versa.
No, that's not true because you just said the woman gets to decide. So if the woman gets to say, I ain't ready, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do it, she can go terminate, even if the daddy wants it, right? I'm saying when you say that, then you're saying that mom gets all the rights.
No,
And because go
I'm
ahead.
not saying rights, there's choices. Now it's a catch-22, like my man just said. If a woman decides she does not want the baby, she can definitely go and terminate it and abort it. And the man will be sick because he wants the baby.
Right.
Now, if you flip it around and the woman wants the baby and the man does not or can't afford it or doesn't want to be in this situation, now the man doesn't have to stay. Now the woman can put him on child support and all that, but the man does not have to stay and is not obligated to do anything for that child except pay child support.
Okay, so he ain't ready. So it's the same thing.
But if
She
he
ain't
doesn't
ready,
have
he
the
ain't
money,
ready.
If he don't have the money, what is he paying?
I got a solution.
If still you still on paper and when you get it, you're gonna have
But
to pay
if
it.
you just never gonna get it, and you just one that like to walk, because you know they are something like that.
Yes.
So.
But I'm
Yeah, I
just
got
saying.
a
Go
solution.
ahead.
I got
What's
a
the solution?
I got a solution. Okay, so don't take me too fast tonight.
Okay.
Slow. Okay, so if she is pregnant and she do not want the baby,
Mhm.
and I want the baby,
Mhm.
in my mind, I think it could be a mutual agreement where she says, okay, I will have this baby, and you are the one that's gonna take care of it. So I mean, she's signing over all her rights and everything
But
else.
she don't want to mess up her body.
Child,
I just think
you
it's,
giving me
I-
extra.
yeah,
I just told you,
I don't
don't
think it's
give me
fair.
extra. I'm trying to get a cutthroat solution.
We all
over here.
adults. We talking about adults.
Adults, right? I don't think
having
it's fair that
sex.
women get all the same.
What do you mean all the same? What do you mean?
That's what that was my
She's
solution.
getting all the
I
same.
just went through it like a
I'm
year
saying she
ago,
gets
right?
all the same. If women want the right to have abortions, right?
Uh-huh.
and she can have an abortion if she wants to.
Uh-huh.
That's what we're fighting for. Past 6
Carrying
weeks.
the kid.
But the dad can say, I want to keep the baby. And she says, no, I'm not ready. I don't want one. I can't afford it. I can't do
So it's
that.
over with.
Okay, so I'm saying, why can't a dad say the same thing?
Because the dad's not carrying the child.
And I said, is it fair?
It is.
Okay.
Because I can see if we were carrying the child, but if we not carrying that child, we really don't got shit to say about what's going on until the child come out of you.
Okay.
You know, because in a sense, that child and you are one until that child comes out of you. So we can't really tell you what to do with your body anyways.
Is it fair? Is it
Do
fair?
you know the law? They got a law now, Jamie.
Joey.
Joey.
Who's Jamie? Who's Jamie?
Can you pass me the tray there?
Look. You know,
She threw that in there.
do you know
It's a law about what?
that the woman can be pregnant and you try to start paying child support?
It's crazy.
Mhm.
And
I'm sorry, say that again.
The baby's in the womb.
The woman
You
can
can
be
pay
pregnant.
child support.
You can be paying child support.
I'm not against that. I'm not against that. I feel like if you
no.
lay down with a woman raw, if you lay down with a woman raw, you not unless you.
What if she getting child support from everywhere?
But what if the baby
Right.
born? Say
What
you
if the
pay for the
baby ain't
baby.
mine?
Say you pay for the baby for 9 months,
And then somebody else's kid.
and then somebody else's kid, or say the baby passed.
Shit, then
You get your money back?
You don't get no
Hell
refund
no.
because
Hell no.
it's all
But
the women get all the rights.
He ain't hit the block
See, and
yet.
that's another reason why they say about like when it's 6 months or whatever, like not doing abortion.
I think we should
guess
turn this off.
it depends on what you determine as a baby. Because some people think a baby.
They
starts
said
when
once a
it's-
heartbeat,
Exactly. some
and they
people-
said about 6 weeks.
Exactly. And some people think, like, hell no. And, you know, if you thinking about it like that, that mindset, that's a heartbeat, that's a living person, I guess, you know, they would need a say in a sense. I don't know.
Okay. Project 2025.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't think that shit's true.
Come in barrels.
I don't think that shit's true.
You never know, man.
You don't think it's true?
I don't think that shit's true.
You know what I found? I found
If
I
these
think
niggas
some of
have
it's
a
true.
Project, they're not gonna let you know what the swoop is. If it's
I
really-
think some of it is true.
If-
I don't think it. I'm like you.
If they
Can
go-
somebody pull it up on their
They
phone?
ain't gonna tell you. You just gonna know what it is.
You
Just so what you
follow
pull it up
the
on your
line.
phone.
They gonna put it in your
That's why I
water.
said, I
You're gonna be
think some
drinking it
at
every
all.
morning, and it is what it is. Like,
I think some of it is
you know?
true. Like the no fault ending, no fault divorce. You know how you can say no contest.
So they say
Nobody.
ending. That means you can't file that no more, or you just.
Right.
Say that. Say what?
No ending, no fault divorce.
Yeah, that shit.
I don't understand that.
You know, I did it. Irreconcilable differences.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't say ain't nobody at fault. We just don't want to be together no more.
So they saying you got to stay together then.
No,
No.
you have to fight and say why. Like you're gonna have to say why,
Oh,
give a
right.
reason to get permission.
So
Like
that's no. See,
That's a form of control. Man.
right.
No,
Because they're trying to get us to Okay, look. They said a complete ban on abortions, even without no exceptions, just no more abortions. Whether you were raped, whether you were that's one of them, and they
So
are
do
trying
we
to
say
pass that.
Yes or no on this? Because yes can mean no and no can
Do
mean
you
yes.
agree with it? I'm just saying, do you agree with this stuff? Read some more.
No.
Ban contraceptives, period. So that they can
No.
keep multiplying. They trying to multiply. They trying to multiply like us.
No. This shit just seems like a what's it called?
No, I'm saying break down each
Conspiracy
one.
theory, that's what
If
it's
I'm
about.
break down each one, what are your thoughts on it? So
Oh,
somebody
okay.
read.
I say no. Because I'm all
Complete ban on abortion without exceptions.
I think no. I think that's a bad one.
Additional tax breaks for corporations in the 1%.
No,
No.
I don't think they should get it.
Higher taxes for the
We don't
working
get a break.
class.
I don't think that.
What is the working class? Middle class?
Us, regular people.
Oh, okay. Elimination of units and worker
I think that's a bad idea.
Raise the retirement age.
No.
No, they want you to work till you're 85 before you
Cut
can
Social
retire.
Security.
No.
No.
Cut Medicare.
No.
defund
So
the
with
elderly.
Medicare, you just automatically approve
When you
for
turn
it?
65.
You just automatically get it. Okay.
But now when you turn 85, if they raise the retirement age to
They
85,
try
how
to
many
cut
people
it
know
off.
that?
I'm going to say no to all of this.
You gotta read it out loud.
The hell is reading out loud.
Everybody is not aware of this.
Okay, so.
That's why we're talking about it.
Go ahead, Joe. You
And
got
the
it.
Affordable Care Act. What's that?
The health care. Obamacare. No, they shouldn't end
No,
that.
let's
End
sign up.
Obamacare?
Better sign up November.
Healthcare.gov? Y'all gonna end it?
Raise prescription drug prices.
No.
Hell no. They're high enough as it is.
Right.
But you know what's crazy? The president can't tell a private company what to charge.
Exactly.
That's true.
See, so a lot
You
of
think
this
they can't?
a lot of this is wordplay.
It ain't the president. It is the Republicans that they said have all this stuff sitting waiting to be signed, right?
See, like for instance, you say these
Hold on,
Republicans.
let's finish the list.
I know,
real quick.
because the
Yeah,
government-
this shit is
Because
over
the
now.
governors can approve certain things as well, and so can, which is why we don't have certain things here in Georgia because
Governor.
Kemp. What happened? You just swallow them?
I call it big bad.
Go
All right,
ahead.
go ahead,
That
go
wasn't
ahead.
Mike
Joey.
killing him.
Go ahead, man, go ahead.
Keep going.
Hold on.
Raise prescription drugs prices.
Eliminate the Department of Education.
This shit is
Hey.
comical.
Can I respond to that?
Go ahead.
That's
They
government.
did it with COVID.
Right.
All right, listen to me. They
So y'all
had
think it ain't
school buses delivering the food to door to door.
Yes, I
Kids were
remember
going to school online. Now you don't have to pay teachers.
that.
You don't
Yep.
have to power up these buildings.
Yep.
See, a lot of people don't understand.
So why you say it ain't real?
No, they don't
This
understand.
can't happen.
But
No,
it can't.
we ain't saying that it can't happen. They're just not gonna put it in your face like this.
Okay,
Right.
you can
But
think
they
that.
did a test run with COVID.
Right. Everything's a test run. These movies a test run. They're showing us what they're gonna do.
I
But
believe.
go ahead.
I believe.
All
I
right,
believe.
so to me,
Y'all educate
Right,
y'all
Social
own
Security-
kids.
In that case, it's a case.
It can be
22.
done, right?
If
I'm not
all this
saying
can be
this
done,
shit
but
is
it's a case
impossible.
22.
I'm not saying this shit's impossible. What I'm saying is, you know,
This is what the Republicans are.
But it would be a catch 22.
Wanting.
And I'm gonna say why.
and you
because
think about it,
I didn't
they
like
say,
it.
okay, raise the taxes
yeah.
on the working class. If the working class start paying taxes, they gonna have to fund them and they lock them all up in jail. Now you
Huh?
take the jail be so overcrowded with people for tax evasion.
Well, they are talking about making concentration camps. But go ahead.
These niggas will take over concentration camp.
Okay.
Hello.
But not when you got the military who's supposed to be taking
Listen,
over.
the military.
That's what they're trying
See,
to
what
do.
you don't understand, the military are human just like you are.
Yeah.
They are human, but if they're trying to, if they said they were going to collect all our weapons, because that's something else they're
They
trying to
collect
do.
them.
Yeah, they said they're going to have a right to go in everybody's house and collect
So this what's
firearms.
gonna happen.
Because the military
They
is trying to pay
collect-
their bills
Right.
So
like everybody
let's
else.
just say I collect everybody weapons,
Uh-huh.
right? And I decide to, cause I'm that asshole, to come in and just shoot up your
Uh-huh,
house.
mhm.
You don't have no protection to protect
Correct.
nothing.
Correct.
That's all. Everything is a form of control.
Correct.
That's all they're trying to do. They're trying to control us because the reality is they know as long as we got guns,
We
they
all
cannot
listen
do.
for a minute.
They cannot do what they want to do
Okay.
to
y'all know-
us.
Go ahead.
Do y'all know the brothers,
What
We can-
brothers?
us,
Okay.
we can fight and engineer some kind of way to figure out how to protect our home.
Always. Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
What happened in
hold on, let
slavery?
me finish, baby. Billy Ray,
Shit, how they get us?
they cause one of us sold us out.
You
That's
think
all.
it ain't happening now?
Listen, well, we got a house, nigga.
Okay, go
But,
ahead.
What I'm saying, them
Don't
Europeans ain't gonna give
Right.
up their firearms.
Nah, they
See,
are
so if we sit back and stop killing each other.
So by the time they kill a couple of us coming in the house, then what?
Never mind, I'm finished.
All right, so next one is
Go ahead.
use public taxpayer money for privileged religious schools or private religious schools. Teach Christian religious beliefs in public schools. End free and discounted school lunch programs. End civil rights and DEI protection in government. Ban African American and gender studies in all levels of education. Ban books and curriculum about slavery. Ending
Oh, shit.
ending climate protections, increase Arctic drilling, deregulate big business and oil industries, promote the expedite capital punishment, end marriage equality, condemn single mothers while promoting only traditional families, defund the FBI and Homeland Security, use the military to break up domestic protests, mass deportation of immigrants and incarceration in camps, and birthright citizenship. So damn, if you're born here, you still not a citizen. Ban Muslims from entering the country. Eliminate federal agencies like FDA, EPA, NOAA, and more. Continue to pack Supreme Court and lower courts with right-wing judges. So yeah, basically. It's
So y'all don't think that stuff can happen like y'all said?
I feel like that's just a conspiracy theory, but yeah, it could happen. All shit is possible.
Anything can happen.
If you watch Terminator, you know the rise of the machines.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just watched the show 100 episodes of it, just like in other countries, and that was supposed to be happening here, but just in other countries where they say how many children you can have, they try to control how many children. So going back to that, ban this, ban that, ban this, ban that when it comes to reproducing and reproduce. And from what I was told, they want certain races to reproduce so that they could try to
Catch up
Absolutely.
to us.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna ever be able to catch up with us.
shit, the
Because they are
Mexicans,
from us.
Mexicans already ahead.
Yeah, but not them. We talking about the other ones.
Oh yeah.
And all the ones
Mexicans don't like us either though, so shit.
all the
Right.
ones that's like people think are Mexican, not Mexican.
Right.
What are they?
Honduras, you got
Mhm.
El Salvador.
Oh yeah.
You got all that,
Yeah.
and they get very offended if you call them a Mexican.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the Chinese hibachi restaurant we go to,
Yeah.
we thought the people were Chinese, they Filipino.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they get pissed off.
Hell yeah.
Just like Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you just ask what's your background culture and just keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
You know
So,
what I'm saying?
like for instance, next to our barber shop, it's a Chinese nail shop. Now the Chinese young folk hang out at the barber shop.
Mhm.
They coming in with the A hat on. And they like, hey, what's up, y'all? Da 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 da, laughing and talking. That's why I don't believe that. Yeah, you got radical people that print up stuff like this. It's not gonna manifest because the young folks ain't gonna let it happen,
Hello.
and it's gonna self-destruct on the old heads because they peers don't. Like I'm gonna give you an example. Y'all remember the bump stop thing where they shot out those people in Vegas, and they said it made the AR like an automatic weapon.
Mm-hmm.
They changed the name up. You still can buy it because a judge said, "What if he had the fastest finger in the West, like a cowboy back in the West today,
Mm-hmm.
like Billy the Kid,
Mhm.
you know, all the famous cowboys?"
That's crazy.
So he said, as long as it's not like you taking a gun and making it a whole nother different gun, you still shooting the same caliber bullet. So hey, it's nothing. You're not alternating. You're not redesigning the gun.
Right. You just
Mhm.
changing the name.
Right. So, and then the NRA and other FBI, they had this thing where it's saying a short barrel rifle. So they were saying that you couldn't put an arm brace on it because it become assassin weapon. Where the police, the officers were standing up against the feds. They did not pass. They was going around telling people we're gonna come take your AR because it's a class 3 weapon.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know that you can buy an AR like a 223 or 226
Mhm.
or 5.56. And you can shoot out a gun that looks like a BB gun.
Yeah.
It's just the body style of an AR. It looks intimidating. But it's no different than a regular bolt action rifle that you run at a head, propped up in the corner, shooting deers and whatever with.
Oh, it's a little different than that.
No, the AR just hold more bullets.
Exactly. And you ain't gotta reload. If you talk about a bolt action, you gotta reload every time with a bolt action.
But they have bolt actions that you can put clips in. If you shoot it singly, you load it by bolt. But you slide a clip in the bottom, you don't have to keep putting the bolt back.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, I never seen that.
Yes. It looks like an old ugly 22 rifle.
I ain't never seen
But it doesn't, it's not attractive to the eye.
Yeah.
You come with us.
Yeah, I need
And
to come with y'all. Y'all go to them gun shows.
You know,
Yes.
you think about
Several
TV
times a year.
glorify the weapons. Like when I was coming up, Joey, cigarettes and beer
Mm-hmm.
was all on TV.
Yeah.
If a one, like I know, like I had an aunt, she had a cigarette case that was Tiffany. And I'm like, she said, don't drop that. That's worth a lot of money. It was a cigarette case. She take a cigarette out of the pack and put it in that. But that was considered like fine pearls and diamonds and stuff like that. And then like Billy D. Williams was famous for the Sweet Small Liquor Bull. You know what I mean? Drank the beer. Like the Dos Equis man is about the beer. Now you don't see beer commercials and stuff like that.
Nah, you don't see no.
And guns became famous for the blacks The boys in the hood.
Yeah.
When the guys start shooting Uzi.
Yeah.
That's the regular. You buy
Yeah.
Uzi brand new for $22.
Yeah.
You know that's the most regularest gun it is.
Yeah,
in
you
a
ain't got no
Mac 10.
aim. You ain't got no aim. That shit just gonna be spitting.
Yeah. That's my man. They ain't got no.
You might.
Real value. But the movies.
Yeah, the
pump it
movies
up.
make it seem realistic
Yeah.
and like. Yeah.
But go try to buy that gun that the guy had on Terminator.
Which
that was
one?
spinning. That.
Oh yeah.
See how much that costs you. And see
What
how
about
many-
backtracking
See how many people come
Backtracking.
see you.
in a relationship? That was the other thing we were supposed to talk about.
Backtracking, as in like going
Going back to relationships. So we was kind of talking about relationships where people go back to toxic relationships. And why do you backtrack? Do you backtrack? Have you backtracked? What was your success rate in backtracking? Would you recommend backtracking?
I think that backtracking can be a result of you not having the closure that you ever required or you needed from a relationship. So you might not think that relationship might have been over, but the possibilities got you thinking that something else could change. That's why people backtrack. Why I would backtrack is if I felt that there was still unfinished business that we could attend to. But I do not believe in backtracking. I think that life's too short to backtrack. But I would,
He just said how many different things are
I would if the situation was,
unfinished business. You said
if the situation was like, for instance, like if me and Ashley,
Right.
if me and Ashley broke up and like
he said if it's unfinished business.
If like me and Ashley broke up, and
Okay.
like, we don't get the closure we were supposed to get, I guess I could see me backtracking in a situation like that.
See, you
Oh, sure.
sound like a politician.
That's how
Right. 'Cause we said about 3 different things.
That's how I can see backtracking working, but I don't really.
That's
really
that Virgo.
backtracking, you know what I'm saying? But I can see myself backtracking because of me not knowing if the
They
business
keep
is
breathing.
finished or not. So yeah, that's my
Let me
answer.
help you out, Jordan.
Okay.
Being the senior
The
Virgo.
senior Virgo, okay.
Being the senior Virgo.
Y'all got the other Virgo on here
Alright.
watching y'all too.
The reason why I can say backtracking, if you messed up and your girl kicked you to the curb, I can see you backtracking.
Yeah.
But most of us Virgos, if y'all mess up, we ain't backtracking.
Yeah.
So
It's
wait a
gonna,
minute.
it's gonna only be for a moment.
Yeah.
Wait a
Just to see
minute.
what you talking about?
Yeah.
Did you just say
Uh-oh.
that Virgos don't backtrack?
I said if we mess up, we'll backtrack.
If y'all messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but if the girl messed up, you don't backtrack.
No.
Okay, I can dig. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Everybody's different, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. But I'm talking about the Virgos right now.
Right.
So speaking
Joey,
of
do you
Virgos,
second that motion?
I second it.
If we mess
That
up,
would probably say the
We'll-
men's side.
And it's not fair though, but it's
If
how
y'all
it is.
mess up, but okay,
if we
okay, but let's
mess
say
up,
this.
we
My
gonna
question
tuck our tail
was,
and say,
if you were
"Babe,
in
I'm
a
sorry."
right,
Please take me back.
there y'all want
Let me
forgiveness,
go
but y'all don't
over,
want to
please.
give forgiveness. Is what you're saying.
Ooh.
And I can believe that. I can believe that
Basically,
with Virgos.
Basically,
What I am
yeah.
saying though, are saying that if what we're talking about is toxic relationships. Relationships, that's what we were talking about last week. So you're in a relationship that you know is not healthy, that you say you're not happy about some major things, and it could be just toxic. Everybody's toxic is different because I ain't trying to get too detailed, but everybody's toxic is different, whatever that toxic is. Have you ever backtracked in toxic? Yay or nay? Were you successful in backtracking into that toxic?
No, I wasn't.
And would you recommend, if it was your children, your friends, another young man, would you recommend them go back and backtrack into toxic? Why or why not? Let's do it like that
I would
instead.
say, yes, I have backtracked.
I don't know if that one on.
I got one. Yeah. All right.
Well, all right then.
Oh, excuse me. Let the church say amen.
Amen.
I would say, yes, I have backtracked. That's because I messed up. Do I recommend?
Because you messed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I recommend backtracking? I say do what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you where your heart is and what you're feeling. So to me, it's not recommend to backtrack or not to backtrack. Just go with your heart. But like I said, Virgos, if we mess up, we'll tuck our tail, especially if the person worth it to us. We'll tuck our tail and ask for forgiveness. But if the other person mess up, we might, depending on how much we love them, we might try to take them.
Okay, that was my question. Are you saying that you have never taken somebody back that was toxic?
Yes.
Yes, you haven't, or yes, you have?
When you say toxic, what you saying? Bad? The word toxic just sounds so harsh.
Because that's just exactly
It
what
is.
it is. It is harsh.
You have been in toxic
Toxic
relationships, and you have backtracked.
Right. Toxic relationship, mental abuse, physical abuse.
Right. It's toxic.
spiritual
It ain't
abuse,
healthy.
Sexual abuse.
Why y'all gotta use the word toxic?
Because that's the
Well, what
that's
are we
the
supposed to
correct
say?
terminology.
Somebody that cussed you out, that put their hands on you, that talk crazy to you, that burnt up your shit, tore up your shit.
toxic.
That's toxic. Pulled a gun out on you.
Okay,
So that's toxic.
that's
So I said,
toxic.
have you ever gone back to a toxic woman? Yes or no? Go on, honey, go on, cause right, he already done answered on here before.
I don't hit a toxic. I don't smash a toxic woman.
And you done backtrack with the toxic too. Go on over here. Go on, cause we get looking for honest conversation.
Oh God, excuse me then.
With a toxic.
I'm at the wrong place.
Go ahead.
I've been in a relationship on and off 5 years with a toxic person, and I can definitely say I would not ever in nobody's lifetime do that again to myself.
Oh.
So, but I have went back in my younger days, back to an Aries, but it worked out for 2 years. After the 2 years, I discovered that my growth is growing. She was in a standstill, and we sat down and had a conversation. I wanted to grow and go. She wanted to stay, so I let her stay. And moved on. So it just depends on the people, and you know.
So do you understand toxic now?
No, I don't. Not based on that.
Okay, so we're talking about
What's the
toxic.
question?
Thank you, Joe.
Have you ever been in a toxic relationship?
Yes.
Okay, a toxic relationship that you went back to, and would you recommend it? What did you learn from it? I asked, why do y'all go back? When you said you go back because you think it's unfinished business or whatever. So we're asking the men about toxic relationships and backtracking.
Okay, cool. So yes, I have been in a toxic relationship, a couple of them. I'm sure that I was to blame in a lot of them. I have definitely came back, and the reason why I came back to those relationships is because I have a good heart, and I was giving them another chance. And
Pretty sound good.
And you know,
You just said two different things. You said you did something wrong, but you were well.
Sometimes, not in all of them.
You took the words out of my mouth, man. Go ahead, man. Since I wasn't saying the politically correct thing.
I wasn't.
He sound like he on some bullshit right now too. He was
I'm
right
being
for
serious.
real for a
I'm
second.
being-
Then he done switched it. He had a kind heart.
See, there you go.
Y'all don't want to accept the
Okay,
truth.
so what I'm saying is, I've been in a lot of toxic relationships, or not a lot. I've been in quite a few toxic relationships.
I was about to say you been in a lot. At that point, it's you.
And I have been the reason why.
The common denominator.
Yes, because you know, sometimes I was young in my younger days. You know, I had this movie. Not even being out there, I just had this bullshit movie persona that you know, life is supposed to go how the movies go. So you know, I wasn't.
What movie were you trying to be?
There was a lot of movies.
Which one? Tell me one, Ashley. Paid in Full. Oh, okay.
There's a lot of movies.
That's a good movie
There's
for
a
you,
lot
Joe.
of movies, but life ain't no damn movie. That shit will end
Facts.
quick. So back to what I'm saying, in relationship wise,
Okay.
I felt like that I had to be the superhero and shit had to be perfect, and it just wasn't like that. And if I could tell my younger self, like, just let shit be, then I would just let shit be, because I always used to try to fix shit. So in a relationship, I said I'll be toxic while I'll go back to a relationship, because I would feel like I was the reason why the relationship was toxic. So I would go back to the situation
To try to fix it.
Because like I thought I was the reason. Now sometimes I would say I'm the reason because I might do something and she might do something, then I'm just not the 100% to blame. But why I would go back is because, like I said, I got a good heart and I'm trying to just, make shit work. Now, would I advise it? No. Has it worked in some situations? Going back with my toxic partner has worked for me for a short time.
Okay.
And sometimes it has worked for me in a long time.
Okay.
It just depends. Sometimes you can grow with that person. What might start out as toxic, if you were lucky enough to, be fortunate enough to stick together and fight through it, that toxic relationship can grow into a strong relationship if you're lucky.
Right.
I got something I want to say.
You have to be willing.
A toxic relationship, like I heard you, Dominic, you said 2 years y'all stayed together.
He said 5 years,
Right,
and
yeah,
then
My toxic
he's talking about 2 different relationships.
Yeah, 2 different relationships. So
Right,
my toxic relationship was on and off for 5 years.
You had
The
one.
other one, but the other question was about going back. And I only went back to one person
And you
once.
stayed 2
And that was
years.
the 2 years.
And yeah, but we didn't have no bad relationship. It wasn't a bad relationship. It was just the fact I wanted to grow.
So it wasn't toxic then?
Yeah.
It was
but
fixed.
she asked 2 different questions.
Right, backtracking and
Yeah,
toxic.
backtracking
So
and toxic.
your
I was
toxic
supposed-
one, you went back and you've gone
I
back
was
and
going
forth throughout the
back
5
and
years.
forth throughout the 5 years.
But backtracking, he said he backtracked to one
Once.
relationship
And we stayed
and it
together
lasts for 2
2
years,
years,
but
and
it
then they were
wasn't
just
toxic.
growing different.
Yeah, we just,
So he answered backtracking.
That's why you backtrack, because it
Right.
wasn't toxic.
Right,
Yeah.
but they just weren't growing in the same direction.
Because to me, what I know about a toxic relationship, if you make it a year and don't have no problem, that's not a toxic relationship. Most toxic
No problems, you said. Okay.
Most toxic relationship, you're gonna have drama every other day,
Yeah.
every other 2 weeks, in the morning, in the AM to PM.
But see,
So
this-
you know what
this-
toxic
this
is.
This is what I have
Okay.
learned though. Okay, so this is
Right, because he didn't know what toxic was a minute
I
ago.
know what toxic is, but what I'm telling you, most toxic relationship.
No, I'm saying earlier when you were
he
saying
said
what's
2
toxic,
years,
being
you
funny.
ain't gonna make it 2 years. And then something can be the norm too. My
But
relationship
you-
might be toxic to you.
Mhm.
But what me and my girl got going on,
Right.
You know,
But we had that conversation before where you said some people that's what they do. They fight, they argue,
Yeah.
they kiss and make up, they fight and argue and bust
Right.
this up
Because
and
what
give
might be
it.
toxic to you might just be annoying to somebody else.
Right.
Right.
Like,
So
you know,
again, have you
Right.
been in relationships that you backtracked? Have you been in
that's
toxic
why I asked
relationships?
you, what is toxic?
What is toxic to you?
toxic is poisonous.
Poisonous when it's detrimental to the
Yes, your
relationship.
health. Like your
It's
health.
fighting. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's
So
fighting.
Almost like
And,
your
You
kryptonite.
can get locked up outside.
Die.
people,
Your health is going down. Your money going
Yeah.
down.
if you
Toxic.
fighting,
Your health.
breaking stuff,
That's your
tearing
health.
up stuff,
That's
is
your
that
health.
not toxic?
Hell yeah. Hell
Okay,
yeah.
but that's some people's norm.
No.
No.
That is some people.
It is.
No.
That is some people's
Then
norm.
that's-
I
still
hate
toxic.
That's my point.
That is
But
some people's
the
norm.
person whose norm that is not going to say that's not toxic.
True, that's correct.
The person what?
They're not
The
gonna
person
think.
who's normal,
The
who
one
that's
that's
normal,
dysfunctional,
yeah,
they're
the
not
one that's
gonna think.
That's right. That's
They
not
think it's
toxic
normal.
to them.
Yeah.
That's normal to them.
They're gonna say it's not toxic.
Yeah.
They're gonna
People
agree
that-
that it's toxic. though.
But it's their norm.
It's their norm. Their normal. Their normal. Their normal. Their toxic is their normal, right?
Yeah.
It may not though. It may
This is
Right, right.
This is like the ones you watch. What's that? Bad Boys.
Yeah,
Cops and all
Cops.
that. When Billy Ray and Mary Jane get to fight, and she running behind the police car to let him out.
Yeah.
But you call the police.
But
And
any
they'll bust
any
your head
relationship
with
where
that.
it's physical,
That's normal, but that's toxic.
it's toxic.
Right.
It might be normal, but any relationship where it's physical, it's
I
toxic.
don't- okay, let me
I'm-
tell you,
I'm
I
sorry
have a-
to hell with physical. It's mental
Yeah,
too.
that too,
Both,
that
right.
too,
And verbal
that
too,
that
because
too.
that mental
You're right.
and verbal abuse hit
You're right.
a
You're
lot
right.
more. I
So,
prefer us
yeah.
to goddamn
So-
fight.
Well, let me ask you, dude, how
That
many
should be
men
smart.
have y'all had verbal abuse?
How many what?
How many men you know
Men
get
go through verbal
That been verbally
abuse in
abused.
my mind daily.
How?
You said how many men been verbally
Like
abused?
women talking crazy to him
Right,
Shit,
That's
every other day.
verbal abuse. That's
every other day. Women talking crazy.
right.
So-
That's not abuse.
Yeah. You'd be surprised.
Like for example, excuse my
That's
language.
that's a person that you know that's toxic is normal.
Give you an example, excuse my language, everybody. Fuck you, nigga. You ain't shit. You ain't gonna be shit. You ain't gonna be about shit, you dumbass motherfucker.
Yeah, that's
What's
that's,
that?
Form of verbal abuse.
That's verbal abuse.
That's
I ain't never been in a relationship like
yeah,
that.
yeah, hell no.
You ain't never been talked too crazy about
I
you.
don't put that shit.
Oh, boy, well, please. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because he came, he a lie because you came on here and said, that's not true. Because remember, he said, you couldn't even look at the waitress. You couldn't even look at nobody down the street. And you said you would talk too crazy and jacked up.
Right.
So that you,
last week.
right. So I'm sitting up here like, you have been verbally abused. And that was normal to you.
You ain't shit. You ain't gonna be nothing.
But
Whatever the words
for
are,
an
he gave
example.
examples.
I gave you an example. We not saying
Right,
that.
it ain't gotta be
I said-
exact.
I'm not saying she said that to you exactly, but you asked what verbal abuse was, so that's a form of it.
See what y'all
It's different
fucking
ways.
start doing. Y'all need to start grabbing this. Look, y'all.
He being funny now, you know.
Y'all young Thundercat grabbed him, went by the back of his neck and said, "Listen up."
And she said,
Yeah,
young,
you got some.
he
Hold
said,
on.
young
Hold on.
Thundercats.
You got some that you grab in the back of the neck. They like that shit. They what they want.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
toxic
That's
too.
toxic too, man.
When she get out the pocket,
That's
grab by the back of the neck.
The back of the neck, he said.
You know how like a
He said the back of the
he
neck.
said sensitive.
She said it's crazy.
can't move.
Yeah, look, listen
Like a
here.
cat.
So listen here.
Okay, so toxic to
Stop
me.
shrugging your shoulders.
I don't see toxic to me. If we get into an argument and we fussing and you talking crazy, those that have been, and this is me, no judgment to those that this is normal to them. But I have been around women or people in my grown adult life that say that they have been physically abused and mentally abused, and they still give themselves to these men
You know why?
or these women
You know why?
because something is wrong.
No, it's not.
Something is meant to.
Something is wrong.
Something
Can somebody,
within-
if a man talk to me like he
it's-
just was
it's something
talking,
within.
do you think I'm finna sleep with him? I don't care if we in the same house
Yeah,
together.
so
I'm not.
Sometimes it can be something within because, for an example,
That's what I say,
for
something
guys,
wrong.
Guys, you know, we raised by
You know,
the
black
women.
my eye and bust
We
my lip.
raised by women, so we don't know
The
how
fuck?
their mother treated them. So if their mother, like say for example, your mom just
It's
talk
sad,
to you
really.
negative like that, or talk to you down all the time like that, then you'll end up getting with a woman that's the same exact way, not even realizing you dating your mother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you,
And girls the
because
same.
yeah, and the girls are the same exact way. So when you think about that, it kind of goes still back to a lot of aspects of your childhood.
What was you
Everything
ready to
always
say?
stem back from your childhood.
I'm ready to let Dominic finish.
Yeah, so.
He finished. You was getting ready to say something. Is that normal?
I ain't never experienced stuff like that. 'Cause
Yeah, this, like I said, this was my first time. I
Okay.
can admit to mine. This was my first time.
He admitted to his too before Dominic. You just
Dominic,
missed
Yeah.
that.
Dominic, I ain't
Man,
playing.
the hell about that, man. I'm not gonna sit here front that's just not me.
That's that Virgo
But
shit.
I experienced that. I experienced that. It was my first time.
Hell, lied.
experiencing it.
Dominic,
But it took me 40
don't
years
listen
to
to him. He
experience
is
it.
lying.
Dominic, see, you gotta start checking the room, bro.
Man, listen, it ain't about
He is
checking
lying.
no damn body.
He tried to
It's
stir you
about-
up. Don't fall
I know
into
he
it.
trying to set me up, but I ain't worried about it because.
Look, cause he done already told us. Look,
Yeah, he
Dominic,
already
he at the
done.
restaurant.
Yeah, he
Look,
already told me.
he
man.
get beat up because he talking to the waitress.
Dominic,
Yeah. I didn't know.
He
next
walking
time-
down
I
the
just know
street.
next time the signs, because I
And-
wasn't. The point is, for me, I wasn't used to that type.
right, the
You
sign.
know what I'm saying? So when I first saw the signs, I had a conversation with a
That's
friend
when you're
of
supposed to
mine,
run.
And she, but I didn't. Again, I didn't know.
Right, but now you
So
know.
now I know.
Mhm.
But the
Dominic,
point-
if they smack, if they chew gum and be popping it while they
Nah,
talking.
bro, she
She
wasn't
ain't do
doing
none
all
of
that. Listen, man, I'm not gonna date them normally anyway. But
Six
she
figure,
had, yeah, she
educated.
She had business about herself, but her mental capacity wasn't
Right.
so hard.
6 figures? Oh,
But
that's
it,
crazy.
it
That's
took, a,
different
it
type of
took a
crazy.
minute. No.
Who was
But
we
the
at
point
yesterday?
is,
Somebody said
it
this.
took a minute for the real her to come out. See, back in the day, it used to take about a year, 2 years for that real person to come out. You know what I'm saying? Now it could take anywhere between 6 months to a year. Give and take, it depends on the person. So she played her cards right. She did what she needed to do. She did what she had to do.
They can hide it longer,
And
is what we saying.
Once she got me, she was still doing good until.
Okay.
Allow me to finish. Until we moved in together and COVID hit. And that's when 2 weeks later the real her came out. And I was like, whoa, Lord, time to fuck out.
He said, whoa, Lord.
But I don't regret being with her. I don't. Because it taught me a valuable lesson.
Which
is?
A lot of shit. It taught me a lot about me. In other words, if you are a young child, you go through some trauma or whatever you've been through in your life, you become bitter. Some, not all. You become bitter. And what happens is you becoming a bitter adult. You understand what I'm saying? And you don't take the time out to get the help that you properly need. So I am grateful to say that I experienced her because she taught me what I don't want, what I don't need, and what I don't have to settle for, and what I don't care to put up with anymore.
I got you.
Period. But she showed me what I would have looked like if I stayed bitter at a young age. She showed me God showed me me. He showed me the other side of me, but he also showed me why me and my mom don't get along.
Gotcha.
So,
All right. What I gather on what you just said to me, I have experienced some of those things. Men are even keel.
yeah.
If he throw it off from the beginning, he gonna show you 12 to 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
You're gonna see that mean streak, that aggressive streak, that bossy streak. Men can't suppress who they really are for a long period of time.
Right. Yeah.
Where he's a gambler, hustler, whatever, thug, creep, whatever. He gonna do something in a short period of time. A woman can man, as soon as you get comfortable, you wake up in the morning, you got a whole different person.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right though.
I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah.
And
Do it take a long time? Like you said, it takes a short time for y'all to show who y'all are. For a woman, it take a short time. Or a long time for a woman to show. Okay.
yeah, it take a long time for soon as you think you're about, okay, woo, I'm good. Then all of a sudden they switch gears on you. They're like, wait a minute now, where did this come from? And then when you say something, you should have paid attention. I've been showing you all the while. No, you ain't showed me this. But to keep the peace, you're like, okay. Then all of a sudden, another phrase come up. They shift gears again. You're like, whoa, what is this?
Like I said, I think a lot of women out there do not know what they truly want and or need.
Right.
They'll say they want a good man, they get a good man, and they do this right here, or they want to do this right here. But then when they get a whole-blown jackass, the other side of us, then now they want to love on us. And
I'm gonna tell you
thinking
something.
Out here, what the hell?
I experienced.
Good man.
I don't
Let
want
me
to
tell you
fight.
something. I realize this why I don't get mad like I used to about certain things with women. Women know what they'll do. That's why they accuse us so much.
Hello.
I'm gonna pause right there.
Mm-mm.
Saturday I was at work. I had a client that had a standing appointment. Had another client that I was fitting in. The one that was fitting in was sit and wait when I have other male clients. Don't say nothing, laugh, shoot the bobo with everybody. But this particular time, this woman she never seen before. They never seen each other. She like, I wish she'd hear you. I wish she'd stop talking so I can get in and get out. So I'm like, whoa, you don't even know her. She has an appointment. You the one don't have an appointment. I'm just helping you.
Right.
So it just to me, I'm like, I said, so what was your purpose of saying that? Because it's not like I would go to my doctor and say, hey, doc, you spend too much time with that patient. You know what I mean? Only way I was saying, I must got feelings for my doctor. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From a man point of view.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why would you say that?
So here's a question to the ladies. Do you think, why do women compete so much against each other? I ain't saying all y'all, but it's a great number. And
Look, he did say it like this.
Hold competition thing where y'all, not all y'all, but you know, most of you is in competition with the other woman. In my mind, if you are confident within yourself, you have that high self-esteem and, you know, all those good things, it don't matter what chick come walking through, you know, seeing your man or eyeing your man or whatever, you know what you doing, you know what you're supposed to do, and you doing your part as his lover. In my mind, if he decided to leave, shit, that's on him. That's how I see it, but I just don't understand why y'all in competition so much with each other.
Okay, my answer is I'm not in competition.
I know you was gonna
I'm
say
not
that.
in competition.
I knew you was gonna say
I
that.
would say that I'm not sharing and knowing. I feel like you ought to know, as a woman, I feel like you ought to want to be with someone that wants to be with you. I don't want to be with somebody that don't want to be with me.
I agree.
I've created different, we have different shapes, sizes, colors, hair, you know. Men like different things, you know what I'm saying? Some men like breasts, some like boobs, butts and thighs or whatever. Some like long hair, short hair, light, dark, or whatever. So with that being the case, I feel like you need to be comfortable with who you decide to be with and realize that there is somebody out here that can love and accept you as you are. And there is no perfect. I don't feel like there's a perfect person. I feel like you learn how to dance with who you with. You know what I'm saying? And you make it the best dance you can make it with who you're with. But as far as competing and comparing myself to other women, I compete with myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, okay, I'm 51, and I want to, like, sometimes I be like, dang, I wish I could move or do this like I could when I was in my 30s. And sometimes in my brain, I'm like, yeah, I'm 30. But then when I get out here with these kids, then I'm like, nah, I ain't 30, girl. You 50. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's meaning my kids, my grandkids, and how they move and what they're doing and the energy level that I have versus before I had health issues or whatever the case may be. So my competition is with myself. So, if I'm with a man that I feel insecure or I feel like, because I think insecurity is natural for anybody, right? I feel like if I have to question my importance or my value when I'm with you, then maybe I don't need to be with you, right? Because I'm not going to do anything to make you feel insecure or make you feel like you ain't it for me. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not going to be another male. It may be somewhere that you ain't measuring up, and I'll say it. I'm not going to, you're not going to wonder, oh, well, I don't like, because you don't change my tire. You ain't going to have to wonder why. Because I'm going to tell you, you ain't changing my tire. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you're not going to have to wonder that. So I feel like, I don't feel like all women, and you said it, I don't feel like all women compete with each other. I feel like when you're a secure woman, we can compliment each other and keep it moving, right? We compliment each other. You in your lane, I'm in my lane. What works for you works for you, and what works for me works for me, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a person that's in competition. I don't feel a woman that's in competition.
Yeah, I just noticed a lot of different videos when I actually am on social media, and it's the competition thing.
You mean it's talking about each other or just comparing what?
Comparing and talking about each other also.
I totally agree with you, Dominic.
I ain't talking about.
You know what's funny? In my whole life, I only seen one man that go public, black man, and talk about women. And that guy is the one that passed away.
Kevin Samuels, the one that died.
Kevin Samuels. Not saying he didn't have some valid points, but most men don't sit around and say what a woman should do. Baby, you just not the woman for me. I'm gonna move on to the next one. I'm not gonna put all that energy into to say you not up to par. Alright? But women will sit and say what we're supposed to do. And they're not a man. They're not
They're going by the biblical book.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give an example of what you mean. Women supposed to say, women say what men are supposed to do.
You know, you're supposed to take care of us. Take care of me. That's what you're supposed to do.
In general conversation. I'm gonna put it in layman's terms so everybody can understand it.
Okay.
You know how when a boy get his first car, whether it's a raggedy car,
Or not, right?
he wash it.
Mm-hmm.
He run the water bill up at his parents' house, washing that raggedy car that need to be painted.
Right.
He got one mud tile on this wheel, a white wall on that wheel, a hubcap on that one, no
I
hubcap.
haven't seen that, bro.
But he loves that car.
Right.
He cherishes that car.
Right.
Where a
right.
man and woman is the same way. But now when that car starts smoking, leaking oil, won't hold a parking brake, what are you gonna do?
You're gonna keep trying to fix it. until
No,
you can't fix it.
especially when he's getting money.
Oh, now you didn't say that part.
Oh, I never had that for you.
Yeah, okay.
Hello.
So what I'm saying, the car is not worth the headache when I'm going through. Every time I get sharp, my car cut off.
Hello.
Or I got to walk down the expressway because like gas hand don't work.
Your gas light, your engine light on.
And you look crazy with $400-500 in your pocket and you walking with a gas can.
Yeah.
So it's time for me to step it up.
It's to me. In my
No,
mind,
shit, no.
But
You gotta get a new car.
Yeah, yeah,
Time
yeah.
to get a new
It's
car.
time to get a new car.
So a
Correct.
man view it, and like your woman is a reflection of you. If you raggedy, your woman raggedy.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah,
So-
they ain't had that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
a lot of
vice
people
versa.
don't-
But vice versa too. You know?
Yeah. So now, when you
Well,
say
women
vice-
put. I was gonna say
when
now
you say
some
vice versa,
women.
no, I'm gonna tell you why I don't say vice versa for a woman.
Okay.
Cause a woman have a use for each man,
Damn.
and I'm gonna give you an
So
example.
we don't have a use for each woman?
No, we like what we like.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I'm with you on that. Go ahead. Continue.
I was selling dogs. Young lady walked up to me, nice sundress, nice plain, decent hairdo, sandals and everything. She said, "Oh, I like the dog." She said, "Let me tell my boyfriend, we'll be right back." This dude came back, man, he had a bald head with a wave cap and a stocking cap on it.
Time out.
Uneven gold teeth, walking on some big lot house shoes, walking on the back of them.
You just said bald head with a wave cap. I'm stuck on that
Yes.
part. Okay, make sure that's what I
Alright,
said.
let me
time
tell you
out.
how
Make sure I
stupid this dude
understood.
was, and it made me look at the woman different. She said, "Oh, the dog is pretty." I mean, you know how women talk about puppies and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. And then he like, "Yeah, bro, you know, woo 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 woo." That little talk they talk. You know what I mean? He had some money in his pocket, he couldn't fold it, like he had phone books cut up in his pocket.
Hello.
So he was like, "Hey," so now I said, "Oh, well, bingo." She with him for the paper. That goes back when I tell you, everybody have a place.
Everybody have a place.
All right,
Yeah.
and she looking at me like, "Don't mess this up for me."
Right. She trying to get the dog.
Let me
Right.
think about this dog. So he said, "What the mom and dad are like?" I said, "Well, man, you know the mom was true. I couldn't bring her with me because you weren't ready to get by the puppies."
Right.
Bet, cuz, bet. So my brother said to his girl like, "Hey, we'll email you a picture of the mama." She said, "Bet." This nigga said, "Email her." So my brother said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm gonna email her." So he did like that. He said, "So give me your email. You know, we change email address, da da da." This nigga said, "Hold up. Why y'all niggas didn't give her the dog for free since y'all know each other's address?" So my
Right.
brother like, "Hold up, wait a minute."
Email address.
I got what you
I don't
said.
need no entree. I'm gonna eat right here.
This Negro said, "You got an address, nigga? Why you just didn't get a dog for free? Y'all got me coming around here on this for gazing." I said, "Bro, I don't understand." So my brother said, cause my brother neutral, he's saying like, "This nigga stupid. He don't know what an email address is." So we had a laptop and we showed him. He seen him scratching that wave cap like this, like, oh.
Like you got held.
But this dude got, man, $4,000-5,000 in his pocket.
And a pretty girl on his arm.
So
huh?
she sitting over here looking like,
So who's the fool?
Right.
bingo. So that's why I'm telling you, some women, just because you see them with little jelly head, it's purpose.
Seriously. Mm-hmm.
It's-
That is true.
Well,
You had a
she
maintenance man for
confirmed
this.
it, So
Yeah, you had a maintenance man for this. You had a yard man for this. You had somebody that tighten you up a couple of times a week. You had one that look cute on your arm when you go out to dinner. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
So
single.
they do. Right, yeah, when you're single, right. So I'm saying like what he's saying is true. But there are some women that do. They are for real with jelly head every day of the
I'm gonna
week.
tell you what older
That's
woman
going
told-
upside
I'm
their
telling
head,
my
too.
aunt told me.
Hello.
My aunt told me to say a woman can look up longer than you can look down.
That's true.
So you figure it out.
That means they can have sex forever.
Little joke. And you won't even know nobody been there.
The fuck.
Yeah.
We're gonna say goodnight.
So that's why I say you choked the motherfucker.
In the back of the neck.
In the back of the neck. Got better control.
Don't choke him in the front, though.
I would patiently wait.
No need. Come
No,
on,
he
man.
being funny.
I'm gonna snap a damn neck, so that's why I
See,
try
crazy
not
and
to.
everybody
You
crazy.
got, I'm telling you, get you, the little hand thing, you like that.
Yeah, I know.
They help you. They help you.
Yeah.
They help you get your the grip.
The
grip.
Strong, yeah.
Now you don't need to get it stronger. It help you control the choke.
Control, yeah. That's all
Help you
it is.
control the choke.
Yeah, help you.
I've been scoop the damn girl like a drumstick.
We were supposed to go over mental and physical infidelity, which is worse. So we'll do that next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the rest
Hold on,
of.
we're gonna go over that next week. Is this like some kind? Hold on, I'm starting. to
No,
feel
but remember, we were supposed to do this with Harold and Harold and them ain't here.
I'm
So I
starting to
just
feel
still
like
went
I'm
on.
at a counseling session.
And y'all need to
You
watch.
might need to be here.
And y'all was supposed to watch Leave the World Behind.
Already.
Leave the World Behind. It has something to do with stuff that might be happening.
Because this wrestling
Homework.
weekend, so therefore in homework.
Wrestling.
So,
Who go
Let's keep
work?
everybody in
Go
prayer.
work.
now go back to
Thank you,
wrestling.
Reds. We're gonna say, and we do
Hold on,
hope that Miss
Dominique.
Candy feel better too. And we have a hold on, I gotta say this. We having a 2-year anniversary of Caribbean Life Radio here on September 14th, Saturday at 6 p.m. Everyone's welcome. If you ain't crazy, come show up, have fun. We're gonna have raffles, games, different DJs, music, food, different vendors. I have a lot of stuff going on that day, so I'm gonna be in and out. I was gonna be the raffle girl, and I'm not gonna be the raffle girl now. I was last year. But anyway, y'all continue to listen every week. And you don't just have to listen to Candy Co-ed Conversations with Just Pr1ma, y'all. On Live 365 app, Caribbean Life TV on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, all of that. We have shows every day. With lots of DJs. We have different shows with music. We have Christian shows. We have R&B. We have blah, blah, blah. And we also have DJ practice shows. That's the one that Roscoe goes to. Anyway, thank y'all. Love y'all. It's picture time, and we'll see y'all next week. Thank you also for bearing with us, because I kept seeing on all these cameras that we were blinking in and out. We were pausing. I see on here several times people were saying y'all were having bad connections. It was us. Maybe it was the storming.
With Candy Co-ed Conversations.
Good night.
With me, Just Pr1ma. Tune in every
Peace.
Thursday night
Peace.
from 8:30
What's going on, Roscoe?
to see what we have.
Y'all say goodnight. Say goodnight. Say goodnight. I got y'all on
Love,
this.
soul grease.
Yeah, I want the two.
And call in 661-1819. Questions, comments,
We gotta take pictures.
Picture time.
Picture time. Yes. Ashley, somebody, anybody. Picture time. I'm sorry, y'all, that we kept freezing.
No.